What's up, friends? This is Manni and welcome to my top 3 best dashboard ranking in War Robots. Starting with the Haechi right here as an example, using the Ultimate Punishers, a rare setup, and you can see in the top left we have 170,000 HP on the built-in blue Ansel shield. However, the blue Ansel shield of course gets bypassed by a lot of weapons, making it a lot less effective than the current or more up-to-date Aegis variant, okay? So now nonetheless we're gonna enjoy a bit of the Haechi at first, then I also discuss with you between Haechi and Bulgasari which is the better one, right? And then there's a bit of a surprise probably about which one is number 1 later. Because I'm sure you don't know exactly where I'm going at with this, okay? So yeah, let's dive in, and if you enjoy this gameplay compilation here, and you like the fact that I've chosen dashboards today, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done it yet, and catch me in the next video as well. So, we're being attacked by an Indra. I'm phase shifting through his lasso, because otherwise that would have done a decent amount of damage to me. And now I'm trying to deal some damage with the Ultimate Avengers, which also bypasses resistance, but it's still a Titan, turns out, and I just can't kill him fast enough. I get killed first. But nonetheless, did a lot of damage, and let me show you why the Haechi is not really in this video as a ranking, okay? So you see I'm taking damage. My shield is completely bypassed, 100%. Nobody cares about my blue shield. I haven't taken a single hit on it. Now I'm actually adding an Aegis shield from the Paladin battleship onto it, so I can finally block some damage with a shield. But I'm running 170,000 shield energy on the blue shield, and no one gives a crap about it, man. No one cares. Everybody bypasses the shield with every weapon. Because unfortunately I didn't see anybody running Havoc Scatter or something. Nobody's running explosive weapons and rockets. So yeah, in today's meta, like 90% of all the weapons that are relevant in the game simply go through your blue shield. So yeah, there it is. The reason why the Haechi is not really in this ranking, it only serves as an interesting intro for you here to this video. I do like the Haechi, but there's no point in running a paper robot that gets 2-hit killed by pretty much everything, that has a massive shield that doesn't help you. You know, it's zero point to it. So number 3 is in this top 3 ranking actually the Bulgasari. And not necessarily because the Bulgasari is so much better than the Haechi, but because the Bulgasari is so much better in today's meta. Maybe there will be some other meta in some time where more explosive weapons are being used, but right now that is not the case, and as such the physical shield of the Bulgasari brings you way more advantages than the energy shield of the Haechi. Even though the energy shield of the Haechi can regenerate and the physical shield of the Bulgasari cannot. Now another big bonus that the Bulgasari has is he can corner shoot with 3 out of 3 weapons. All 3 weapons can corner shoot right-wise around a wall or a corner or something, right? We're running the ultimate igniter here 3 times, so we have a ridiculous amount of firepower. The only problem is we have to somehow connect that with the enemy, and that is difficult enough. If you're not face-hugging the enemy, hitting with these slow-traveling flames is really not the easiest thing to do, but the rewarding side of it is that when you do hit, they do so much damage, it's crazy. Additionally, the Bulgasari actually brings a lot of hit points also, so 330,000 already is not bad at all. And also we can restore that with the Kestrel drone that we're having, right? So interesting, we haven't really seen a Bulgasari run in forever here on the channel, or even just in War Robots itself. I don't recall the last time I've seen a Bulgasari. I've seen a few Lancelots actually, but not really a Bulgasari. Yeah, that's interesting because it's not a weak robot at all. Lots of firepower, really good amount of HP. Mobility is quite low, so it's a slower robot, but with the 2 dashes, you can at least surprise somebody. However, the dashes, they're really short, so they're not really bringing you that far. But it's good enough to surprise enemies with it. And of course the physical shield is really powerful. It takes quite some firepower. If you would want a number with pilot skills, I would say maybe 350,000 damage that you can block with it. It's just a guess. I can't say for 100% sure now, but I feel like this is close to what it might be. That, of course, 300, that's not even so much altogether, because you can bypass or you can destroy that shield pretty quickly with the new Tamer weapon, for example. You can just shoot it 2 or 3 seconds and the shield will be gone, but at least the robot won't be gone, right? So that is the big difference here. That's what makes this physical shield useful. Let's kill the angler here. So before he gets into another ability, would suck to lose my target lock. Bringing in another shield here, and then I see an Artheon launching. But we're gonna get this ultimate Fenrir, no, not ultimate, the Fenrir back in the distance. We got him, and now we're behind cover again, and that means we can corner shoot the Artheon. Last stand, okay, wait for it, 2, 1, and here goes the last stand, pop, triple kill, nice. We're almost, well, actually we're not just almost full HP, we have more HP than we started with due to the Kestrel drone. There's a Scorpion, and he got immediately destroyed by those 3 flamethrowers. Crazy. He didn't even jump on me, but I heard the sudden firepower. Now I saw the Ohokochi coming in, and I dashed out of the way. If I hadn't done that, this guy would have actually gotten me, and instead, he fell down the abyss. Nice. That was a good one. I wish all Ohokochis would do that. Anyways, here comes the next Ohokochi, and I'm safe at first behind the pillar, but then I have to move away. I need to dash around the corner, but I can't, because Stampede ability, push, 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 push for the entire 10 seconds. So yeah, I fall down. So number 2 is the Strider, ladies and gentlemen. You know that is one of my favorites, and you might be wondering, why is it more powerful or better placed than the Bulgasari is, for example? And the reason for that is simple, because beacons are in the game, and you need something that beacon rushes very quickly. And look at this long dash with a jump, how you can surprise things that are super far away, like this Crisis robot, for example, and just drop him instantly, right? In just 2 very quick dashes, I'm here on this beacon, helping out here, capturing this beacon. If this Artheon lands, I'm gonna jump on him. Alright, chop, boom, and long dash, long jump. Okay, hold on. Unfortunately, I just lost one of my dashes. And here we go. Now we can put the pressure on the Artheon. That is the guy who respawned after I killed him with a Crisis, and he's gone again. Now we're on this beacon, and you see the dashes are refilling very quickly, and that is the reason why this robot here is, in my opinion, higher placed than the Haechi or the Bulgasari. Because it's a fragile robot and it gets killed pretty quickly, but it is an incredibly good beacon runner, one of the best, and it's also very deadly. With 1 heavy and 2 light weapon brings a lot of firepower too, so you can really kill things very quickly and surprise enemies with it, and it's just, there's nothing cooler than a long jump connected with like long dash, connecting it with the jump to make a massive leap, and then, you know, having fun. Now look what's happening here. This guy simply triggered an absorber shield on his Dagon robot that lasts for 10 seconds. I've measured this. At first I thought it's the drone thing, or you know, where it brings up this short 2 seconds absorber shield. But it was not 2 seconds, it was a 10-second long absorber shield. But if it's a cheater, for example, why would it only be 10 seconds then? If you're cheating, then yeah, I guess you're gonna keep that thing running for all time, right? But it was running only 10 seconds. It's super weird. But a Dagon doesn't have an absorber shield, and any other absorber shield he could get would never last 10 seconds. So I don't understand. This game is just freaking getting cryptic to me at this point. But yeah, let's keep going. We're in another match, and we're currently losing the game on beacons. I'm jumping in, killing that Artheon who just dropped his ability, and then we're also finishing off this Kepri, because like I said, this thing here is insanely deadly. Lots of firepower, immense mobility, and the combination of firepower and mobility will always make a fun robot. Always, right? Even if the hit points are really small, and even if it's a squishy robot and it requires skills to play, connecting the jump with the dash to make this long leap. It requires some skill, because you have to press the jump unit button at the exact right time. Yep, once somebody attacks you, typically you die. So that brings us to number 1, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you expected that, but the Nether is the number 1, because of course the Nether is a dash bot, right? You have actually also 5 dashes like the Strider has. They recharge, I believe, a little bit slower than the Strider. But you saw we can kill pretty much anything with it and surprise enemies very well. And then the next thing is the Nether is an up-to-date robot. It is actually meta still, and that means you have up-to-date tools at your, ready to use. You can use, for example, the dash to get out of the Newton's choke ability, something very few robots can do. I believe the Strider might be able to pull that off too, but I haven't played the Strider so much recently to be able to tell. The Nether, however, also has legendary pilots that bring some real power into this robot. For example, the current one we're running, he provides shield break every time we use one of these dashes. So whenever an Ophion starts to fly, we can just come in and activate one of our dashes, right? That will activate shield break on us. Guess I'm in a really bad spot here. That will activate a shield break, and we can go right through the enemy shield. Now, of course, you may not want to do that all the time, because maybe you want to hold on to your dashes if you think you need them soon, and then you'll shoot down the shields like I did here. But you can bypass shields, and I'm going to show it to you here in this little gameplay here with these ardent spears that we're running, right? Because there is, for example, this guy with his Demeter curving shots at us. Right, he's going to activate his ability now. Hold on. There it is. I'm dashing. Now I'm bypassing his shield, and he's gone. And also, don't forget that the dash is also an EMP. So you, at the same time as activating shield break, you will also activate. Did that Seraph just activate 2 stealths in a row? Okay. Yeah, you will also EMP the enemy. 2 dashes, make 1 full EMP, and prevent the enemy from using his abilities for the next 6 seconds or so. So also extremely useful. And that's what I mean when I say this is an up-to-date meta robot, and such has up-to-date tools to be used in the gameplay, making it very, very strong. And also, let's not forget, built-in force field. So you get attacked, the first 150,000 damage or 100,000 damage are basically not really doing any real damage to you. And from that point on, you're going to start to suffer more and more until you really take the full damage. But that force field keeps you in the game as well. And that way, of course, the Nether is deserves its #1 spot in this list. Tell me what you think about it, about this little surprising dashboard compilation. Thank you for watching, catch you in the next video, and have a good weekend, my friends. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.